In this video, we'll be exploring the existential crisis iceberg. We'll be covering everything from the thought of 90% of the oceans not being discovered to what happens after death. And with that, let's get into the video. But before we start, let me tell you what an existential crisis even means. An existential crisis is a profound state of questioning and uncertainty about your existence and the world. It's a moment when you find yourself deeply rethinking the purpose and meaning behind your life, feeling uncertain and introspective as you navigate through fundamental doubts about who you are and your place in the universe. And in this video, we will get into that very idea. This will cover ideas that people think on a daily basis to ideas that may cause you to, well, have an existential crisis. So without further ado, let's get into the video. But before we start, subscribe. It's my goal to be at 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year, and I think that's very possible. So if you don't mind subscribing, it'll mean the world to me. Starting off on growing up Christian, Jewish, or Islamic. For individuals growing up within Christian, Jewish, or Islamic backgrounds, an existential crisis can intertwine deeply with their faith and beliefs. It may arise when someone from these backgrounds begins to question the religious doctrines, teachings, or values they've been raised with. This process often involves a quest for deeper understanding, searching for religious truths while navigating the complexities of faith, spirituality, and individual identity. For someone growing up in a Christian context, an existential crisis might involve you questioning the beliefs ingrained since childhood. It could entail doubts about the existence of God, the purpose of life, or reconciling personal experiences with the teachings of Christianity. In a Jewish context, an existential crisis might revolve around reconciling traditional Jewish beliefs with contemporary realities. It could involve questioning aspects like the covenant with God, the role of chooseness, and the moral and ethical frameworks prescribed by Judaism. In an Islamic context, an existential crisis might encompass questioning the pillars of Islam, such as faith, prayer, fasting, charity, and pilgrimage. It could involve doubts about the existence of Allah, the meaning of submission to God's will, and navigating the balance between modernity and traditional Islamic values. Being atheistic. Having an existential crisis as an atheist may involve a profound thought of life's meaning, purpose, and existence in a universe perceived as absent of divine influence. It encompasses questioning the fundamental aspects of human existence without relying on religious beliefs. This crisis prompts an exploration of personal values, ethical considerations, and the construction of a meaningful life within a framework of supernatural guidance. It often entails confronting the inherent uncertainties of existence, grappling with the absence of an inherent cosmic purpose, and seeking personal fulfillment and significance without relying on religious doctrines. These uncertainties can lead to feelings of isolation and nihilism, in a search of alternative sources of fulfillment. As individuals navigate the complexities of finding meaning in a universe they perceive as governed solely by natural laws, personal experiences, and human connections. Having personal struggles. Personal struggles can certainly trigger profound moments of existential crisis. This crisis involves facing not just the immediate challenges one is dealing with, be it grief, mental health issues, or overwhelming stress, but also go into deeper questions about the very essence of existence. It's a time when individuals grapple intensely with thoughts about the meaning of life, their purpose, and their identity in the world. This convergence of immediate hardships and existential questioning creates a complex inner landscape, urging individuals to navigate both the tangible, pressing struggles and the abstract quest for profound meaning and understanding in their lives, resulting in isolation and loneliness. Financial struggles. When you face financial struggles, it can lead you into an existential crisis. The weight of challenges like job loss, debts, or the inability to meet basic needs can make you question your entire sense of stability and security. It's in these tough times that you might find yourself asking profound questions about your worth, capabilities, and what success really means to you. The gap between your aspirations and the financial reality can trigger doubts about your identity and purpose. You might begin to ponder whether material possessions or societal standards of success truly define your happiness or fulfillment. These pressures often push you into a state of profound uncertainty, forcing you to reassess your values and seek deeper meaning beyond monetary constraints. Juggling immediate financial worries while dealing with these existential doubts can feel overwhelming and very stressful. It's this clash between financial strain and existential reflection that prompts you to reevaluate what truly matters, seek alternative sources of fulfillment, and reconsider your definitions of success and contentment in life. Now, on to Tier 2 of the iceberg. Are you enough? The idea of "are you enough" can lead you into an existential crisis. When you encounter this notion, it triggers a deep examination of your self-worth and adequacy. It raises questions about whether you meet societal standards, your own expectations, or the benchmarks set by others. This pursuit of being enough can send you on a quest for validation, plunging you into cycles of self-doubt and introspection about your capabilities, achievements, and identity. This pursuit intertwines with broader existential inquiries about life's purpose and meaning. It prompts doubts about your role in the world, the value of your existence, and whether your efforts hold significance in the larger scheme of things. Constantly questioning whether you're enough creates a profound sense of existential uncertainty, challenging the very essence of your self-identity and purpose. The struggle to meet this elusive standard of being enough can overwhelm you, leading to an existential crisis. It forces you to confront the boundaries of your self-worth, navigate the pressures of societal expectations, and seek meaning and contentment beyond the relentless pursuit of being enough in your own eyes and in the eyes of others. If you find these type of iceberg videos interesting like me, do make sure to like and subscribe. It takes me days to create these types of videos, and it would be so kind of you to click that like and subscribe button. Anyways, on to the next thought of over 90% of the oceans are undiscovered. The fact that 90% of the ocean remains unexplored can trigger an existential crisis by underscoring in vast unknowns, hinting at undiscovered marvels concealed beneath the surface. This realization prompts contemplation about the limitations of human knowledge and the potential mysteries waiting to be unveiled below the surface. Also, understanding the expansiveness of uncharted territories in the ocean leads to deep overthinking about what lies beyond our current comprehension. It evokes a sense of insignificance, urging individuals to question their position in a world where so much remains unexplored. This awareness triggers introspection, urging you to reconsider your role in a universe shrouded in mystery. It sparks contemplation about your place in the world where hidden wonders might exist, encouraging a reevaluation of personal significance within an enigmatic and uncharted reality. Humans can't imagine dimensions of the universe. The thought that humans can't imagine dimensions of the universe can start an existential crisis by confronting you with the limits of human perception and comprehension. When faced with the realization that our understanding of the universe is confined by the limitations of our senses and cognitive abilities, it triggers a questioning of our place in the grand scheme of existence. This notion also challenges the human capacity to grasp the vastness and complexity of the universe. It highlights the inherent boundary between what we can conceive and the potentially boundless expanse of reality that lies beyond our understanding. Realizing the incomprehensible vastness of the universe can evoke a profound sense of insignificance. It prompts you to question the validity and accuracy of their perceptions, knowledge, and understanding of the world. It challenges the very essence of our existence and our ability to comprehend our place within an unfathomable cosmic reality. Unexplained mysterious events. The thought of unexplained mysterious events can serve as a catalyst for an existential crisis by challenging the foundations of our understanding and sense of control over the world. When faced with events that defy explanation or rational understanding, it can shake the core of our beliefs and assumptions about reality, leading to a profound sense of existential uncertainty. These unexplained events often confront us with the limitations of human knowledge and perception. They challenge our established frameworks of understanding, leaving us questioning the reliability of our senses and the reliability of the world around us. Encountering such inexplicable occurrences can evoke feelings of vulnerability and powerlessness. It prompts a reevaluation of our place in a world where phenomena occur beyond our understanding or control, unsettling our sense of security and predictability. These moments of encountering the unexplained trigger an internal struggle, leading to existential questioning about the nature of reality, our place in the universe, and the certainty of our understanding. They push us to grapple with the vast unknowns, stirring a profound search for meaning and stability in a world where mysteries persist, challenging our perceptions and beliefs. Alright, now on to Tier 3. Suffering from derealization or depersonalization. The thought of experiencing derealization or depersonalization can initiate an existential crisis by shaking the very core of your reality. When faced with these dissociative states, where the world around you may feel unreal, or where you might sense a disconnection from your thoughts, emotions, or body, it creates a profound rupture in your perception of reality. These experiences challenge the fundamental aspects of your existence: reality, identity, and consciousness. Feeling detached or experiencing a sense of unreality prompts a disconcerting questioning of the authenticity of your experiences and the external world. This realization of a disjointed perception of reality and self-esteem often leads to isolation, unreality, and even anxiety. It forces you to confront the nature of your existence, the authenticity of your experiences, and the reliability of your own perception. The feelings of detachment from yourself or the environment can create a profound sense of alienation and existential uncertainty. Encountering derealization or depersonalization triggers an internal crisis about the nature of reality and the self. It compels you to grapple with the unsettling dichotomy between your perceived reality and the actual experience of it, leading to an intense search for understanding and a sense of groundedness in a world that suddenly feels unfamiliar and detached. Being born in the wrong body. The thought of feeling born in the wrong body can potentially spark an existential crisis by challenging the very essence of one's identity, belongingness, and understanding of self. For individuals experiencing gender dysphoria or the sense of being assigned the wrong gender at birth, it initiates a profound conflict between the physical body and the inner sense of identity. This realization often leads to intense questioning about the authenticity of one's identity. It prompts individuals to grapple with the incongruence between their physical appearance and their internal perception of who they truly are. This discrepancy can lead to a profound sense of alienation, disconnection, and distress, stirring up an existential crisis. The feeling of being trapped in a body that doesn't align with one's gender identity can prompt a deep questioning of authenticity and validity of one's existence. It forces individuals to confront societal norms, expectations, and their place in a world that may not fully recognize or accept their true identity. This internal conflict often leads to an existential struggle about authenticity, belonging, and acceptance. It pushes individuals to navigate the complex terrain of personal identity and societal norms, seeking understanding, acceptance, and a sense of genuine belonging in a world that might not fully comprehend their internal experience. This profound internal conflict can trigger a challenging journey of self-discovery, acceptance, and the search for a sense of coherence and authenticity in one's identity. 3 to 4 people died while you read this. The thought that several individuals may have passed away while you were reading these words can provoke an existential crisis by highlighting the impermanence and fragility of life. This realization confronts the fundamental truths of mortality, prompting deep introspection about the fleeting nature of existence. Encountering this thought can lead to profound questioning about the nature of life and its uncertainties. It forces contemplation about the brevity of our time on this earth and the unpredictability of life itself. This stark realization often prompts individuals to grapple with their own mortality and unpredictability of the world around them. Confronting the reality that life is transient and can cease at any moment can trigger an existential crisis. It leads to introspection about the purpose and meaning of one's own life, pushing individuals to reassess their priorities, values, and aspirations in the face of life's unpredictability. This awareness often instigates a deep sense of existential uncertainty, urging individuals to ponder their legacy, the significance of their actions, and the transient nature of human existence. It can catalyze a profound internal journey of self-reflection, urging individuals to seek meaning, purpose, and fulfillment in a world where the fragility of life is a constant reality. Now, on to Tier 4. What's after death? The contemplation of what's after death has the potential to initiate an existential crisis by confronting individuals with the unknown and the limits of human understanding. When faced with the uncertainty of what happens after death, it triggers a profound internal struggle about the nature of existence, the afterlife, and the meaning of life itself. This thought forces individuals to grapple with the ultimate existential question about the unknown realm beyond life. It challenges deeply ingrained beliefs, religious or philosophical, about the nature of the afterlife or the absence thereof. The uncertainty surrounding the concept of death prompts individuals to confront the limitations of human knowledge and understanding, leading to intense existential questioning. This awareness can lead to a profound crisis of faith, identity, and purpose. It pushes individuals to confront their mortality and the limits of their comprehension, urging them to grapple with the complexities of existence and seek understanding and solace in a world where the afterlife remains an enigmatic and uncertain realm. Aging is basically dying from the moment you are born. The realization that aging is essentially dying from the moment you are born can trigger an existential crisis by confronting individuals with the relentless passage of time and the inevitability of mortality. This concept forces a profound contemplation about the nature of existence, the fleeting nature of life, and the implications of mortality on one's identity and purpose. Understanding that aging is an inescapable part of life prompts individuals to confront the idea that their journey is essentially a countdown towards eventual mortality. It challenges the perception of time as a finite resource, highlighting the continuous process of change and decay that accompanies every passing moment. This realization can evoke feelings of existential dread and anxiety. It urges individuals to grapple with the impermanence of life and the limited time available to fulfill their aspirations and goals. The understanding that every moment brings one closer to the eventual end can instigate a sense of urgency and reflection about the meaningfulness of one's existence. Humans have wiped out 60% of all animals in the last 50 years. The acknowledgement that humans have wiped out 60% of all animals in the last 50 years can indeed pave the way for an existential crisis by forcing individuals to confront the profound implications of human actions on the planet's biodiversity. This realization presents an overwhelming scope of loss and destruction. Witnessing the rapid decline of animal populations due to human activities can evoke a sense of profound grief and sorrow. It prompts individuals to grapple with the enormity of the damage inflicted on the natural world. The sheer scale of this extinction event raises existential concerns about the fragility of life on Earth. It forces individuals to confront the irreplaceable loss of species diversity and prompts reflection on the irreversible changes occurring in the ecosystem. Encountering the extent of animal extinction due to human actions often leads to a sense of moral responsibility and guilt. Individuals may question humanity's role in these catastrophic changes and reflect on their own contributions to environmental degradation, leading to feelings of guilt and remorse. Now, on to Tier 6. Is it better to die before or after your loved ones? I feel like this is quite a relatable thought. Reflecting on whether it's better to die before or after your loved ones can lead to an existential crisis by prompting you to confront the intricate dynamics of life, relationships, and mortality. Contemplating this question pushes you to grapple with the emotional and ethical complexities surrounding life and death. It forces introspection about the nature of your relationships, the potential impact of loss, and the moral dilemmas inherent in mortality. This thought often evokes intense emotional turmoil, urging you to confront the unpredictability of life and the uncertainties surrounding death. It raises existential concerns about the essence of existence, the bonds you form, and the profound implications of losing loved ones. Considering whether it's better to proceed or follow your loved ones in death triggers feelings of anxiety, grief, and profound existential questioning. It compels you to face the inevitability of mortality, the intricacies of your relationships, and the delicate interconnectedness of life's experiences. Having these thoughts can lead to a deep existential crisis, compelling you to confront the emotional complexities of mortality and the substantial impact of loss on your life. It prompts introspection about the significance of human connections, the value of life, and the enduring influence of death on your personal identity and relationships. Global warming won't be stopped in time. The understanding that global warming might not be halted in time can significantly contribute to an existential crisis by confronting individuals with the imminent and potentially irreversible consequences of human-induced climate change. Realizing the severity of this issue often triggers a deep sense of existential dread and anxiety. It forces individuals to confront the reality of a rapidly changing world, fraught with environmental challenges, including rising sea levels, extreme weather events, species extinction, and resource depletion. This awareness leads to a profound questioning of humanity's future. It prompts individuals to grapple with the impending consequences of inaction, such as the loss of habitable environments, displacement of communities, and threats to global stability. The idea that efforts to mitigate global warming may fall short can evoke feelings of helplessness and despair. It pushes individuals to confront the potential inadequacy of current solutions, the urgency of action needed, and the overwhelming scale of the problem. This realization can trigger a deep existential crisis as individuals confront the consequences of human actions on the planet. It urges introspection about the future of humanity, the ethical implications of our relationship with the environment, and the urgent need for immediate and collective action to mitigate the impacts of climate change. This crisis often sparks a profound existential dilemma about the fragility of our planet and humanity's responsibility to preserve it for future generations. Tier 7. Knowing how you die versus when you die. The dilemma between choosing to know how you die or when you die can indeed trigger an existential crisis, by forcing individuals to confront the complexities of fate, mortality, and personal autonomy. Contemplating this choice forces individuals to grapple with the implications of foreknowledge. Knowing how one will die may lead to existential anxiety, as it may reveal the nature of a potentially tragic or painful end. This knowledge could influence one's actions and decisions, altering the course of life and creating a constant sense of anticipation or dread leading up to the foreseen events. On the other hand, knowing when you will die raises a different set of existential concerns. It challenges the notion of free will and personal agency, as the certainty of a predetermined endpoint could affect one's approach to life. It creates a sense of urgency and complacency, altering life's priorities and diminishing the significance of present experiences. Is every human really equal? The question of whether every human is truly equal, especially when considering individuals with morally reprehensible actions such as pedophilia or murder, can lead to an existential crisis by challenging deeply ingrained beliefs about the nature of humanity, morality, and equality. Contemplating this question forces individuals to grapple with the concept of inherent human worth and moral equality. It prompts a clash between the inherent value of every human being and the actions that contradict societal moral norms and values. Encountering this dilemma can trigger a profound moral and existential conflict. It challenges established beliefs about the universality of human dignity and the equality of individuals, especially when some have committed acts that are universally condemned by society. This question also leads to intense introspection about the nature of morality, justice, and the complexities of human behavior. It pushes individuals to confront the ethical implications of assigning value and equality to every human, regardless of their actions, and the challenges posed by the coexistence of inherent human worth within the condemnation of certain behaviors. What would you have done under the Nazi regime? The question of what one would have done under the Nazi regime inherently leads to an existential crisis by forcing individuals to confront moral dilemmas, ethical complexity, and the harsh realities of historical atrocities. Contemplating potential actions during the Nazi regime initiates deep moral reflection and internal conflict. This question prompts individuals to consider their values, courage, and the ethical choices they might have faced under a regime that propagated persecution and genocide. It challenges personal moral compasses, leading to an intense internal struggle between principles, survival instincts, and moral responsibility. This question immerses individuals in the grim history of the Holocaust, exposing them to the horrors of that era. Confronting the unimaginable suffering, mass extermination, and the moral responsibilities of individuals during that period brings forth a moment of profound reckoning. The realization of human cruelty and the obligation to resist such atrocities can provoke overwhelming feelings of guilt, moral anguish, and existential questioning. Contemplating one's potential actions under the Nazi regime evokes considerations of personal agency and moral responsibility. The understanding that actions, or lack thereof, could have profound implications on lives compel individuals to reflect deeply. It triggers an existential crisis as individuals grapple with questions of moral accountability, the limits of personal agency, and the ethical implications of choices made in the face of extreme adversity. This question places individuals at an existential crossroads, challenging their ethical frameworks and understanding of human behavior in dire circumstances. The contemplation of potential choices between compliance, resistance, or survival under a brutal regime confronts individuals with moral ambiguity and internal turmoil. This intense introspection can lead to a profound existential crisis, questioning deeply held beliefs, moral values, and the essence of human morality. And all right, That wraps up the end of the existential crisis iceberg. It got pretty deep in some of these. I really hope you enjoyed, and I would love to hear you guys' feedback in the comments down below. And as always, thanks for watching.